Hey everybody, I wanted to comment on a chapter in Middlesex that I found to be pretty interesting. The chapter Tricknology is mainly about Desdemona's coming to work for a mosque that's run by the Nation of Islam in a poor black neighborhood in Detroit. And I think that chapter is really significant because it definitely represents a shift in perspective for Desdemona. She had never really been exposed to black people, or mavos as she calls them. And there's a passage that I thought was interesting where she's talking to Lefty about about the mosque. She's saying, "Inside the hands," she informed her husband, "the mavdos are white like us," or "the mavdos don't have scars, only bumps," or "Do you know how the mavdo men shave? With the powder. I saw it in the store window." In the streets of Black Bottom, Desdemona was appalled at the way people lived. "Nobody sweeps up. Garbage on the porches and nobody sweeps up. Terrible." But at the temple, things were different. The men worked hard and didn't drink. The girls were clean and modest. "This Mr. Fard is doing something right," she said at Sunday dinner. Now, granted, keep in mind that she hasn't heard any of Fard's lectures or any of his theories on, white people or the origins of the universe. And she obviously doesn't agree with that, and I wouldn't agree with that either. But she still definitely is impacted by her experience there, just in the sense that she could kind of see the contrast between, the way people are living on the streets and the way people are living who are going to the temples, because she goes to a neighborhood in Detroit that's primarily poor, primarily black, and she goes inside a temple and sees where black people are empowered, they're thriving and doing much better. So, it's an interesting contrast to note. I also think that relates, sort of to the story I Am the Grass, because the narrator takes a journey to Vietnam, and this causes him to have a vast shift in perspective, especially when he's talking to Dean. And, Dean notes that Americans are very impatient, and Vietnamese believe life is full circle. Life is flowing. You can't hold on to these things from the past. So, I think that really influences his perspective too. So it's not completely parallel to what I'm talking about in Middlesex, but I think there are some similarities as far as just having your perspective vastly changed by an experience. So yeah, thank you, and hope you enjoyed my response.